for the Martin County school system. Now again, that number can go up or down depending on who retires, who doesn't retire. You can see a projection. If the board wants to entertain a 1% raise, you can see what it'll cost. If you want to entertain a 2% raise, you'll see what it'll cost. Now that's on top of the $88,491. You have to give that amount. Then salary increase for the classified. The experience increase is $50,244. And again, that number is not solid. It can go up or down depending on who comes back and doesn't come back. You can see the projected 1% increase, $53,333. 2% is $56,422. This is our current year insurance rates. You can see what workers' comp is. You can see our liability, our fleet, our property. You can see that these also go up and down based on our losses and claims that we have.
Is that something we could bid out this year?
Something we can attempt to bid at and see what we can see if we can lower it. But we get basically the best rate we can get. So yeah, we can bid it out. Overall impact is the increases using salary increases, classified retirement, FICA and Medicare, workers' comp, and you can see the total is just a projection, $263,668. You know, the FICA is a big issue. It's been an issue this week as many of our staff members and, you know, many of our classified staff members experienced a decrease in salary due to it going from 4.2% back to 6.2%. Now that is a government issue. That's not a board issue. So don't blame us. State and local revenue, again, you can see attendance and property assessment drives funding from state and local sources. Our sources of revenue are state, taxes, and federal monies for projects. This is our SEEK, our Fund 1. And you can see basically our per student ADA guaranteed amount. And if you're scrolling down, we gave you since 06-07. But if you scroll down to 12-13, you'll see what our tentative is. It's $8,141,889, and that will finalize in May 2013. Now, what can happen? We could get more money, or we could get less money. We just don't know. It's kind of like hitting a moving target. And in 2013 and 14, we just don't know what those be at this point. Other budget information. This shows you the contractual obligations that the district has. So these are obligations. You see we're obligated $100 per student ADA. We've got our local share bond payments. We've got a lease purchase on the bus garage. We've got our KISS the lease purchase on the buses, the high-speed data lines, increasing cost of insurance and employment benefits. Instructional fee made to the schools, again, you can see it's based on the second month ADA, 3.5 to 6 base, $134.15 per student. At the bare minimum is $100. You can see our estimate for 2013-14 at a maximum is $258,185, and at a minimum $192,460. The bond payment schedule, it just shows you what we're obligated to pay. Next year is $707,040. That's our bond payment on our buildings. That's what we're required to pay. Now our potential reserve funds, and what I want you to pay close attention to is what the arrow's pointing to. In 2013 and 14, usually with the bonds and the revenue, we're able to see a little bit of a difference or a little bit of a increase or savings. But you can see in 13 and 14, we're actually going to have to pay $1,160. And in 14, you can see that it also goes up a little bit, or well, it goes back down. The key year will be 2015-16. You can see our bonds that we're going to have required to pay will be $379,358, but our revenue will be $761,911. Our bus garage payment, we of course lease our bus garage, make payments on the bus garage we bought, and you can see our payments is $21,187.50 for next year. about to the end of that series. The KISTA, this is our bus lease or our purchases. These are the buses that we of course have to finance. Our payment for next year will be $122,084. The reason for that being is we bought 3 more buses this year that you'll have to start paying for next year. So that adds an increase to it. High-speed connection, that's our fiber. We basically do this through E-rate. And you can see we've got a 5-year contract. The contract ends June 30, 2017. The undiscounted amount will be $127,200. We get an 85% discount due to our free and reduced lunch. So we pay $21,624 per year. And everything the district does is based on the fiber. All of our internet connections, everything goes through that. So that's something that the board will have to continue to keep. Financial concern.